What's up, friends? It's time for some FACEIT League. Getting into our final week of FACEIT League here. There's some great matches going on this week, but I am immediately, right out of the gate, drawn to this kind of 12 to 16 mark. Really 13. Kind of 13. I mean, all the way down to 21. You do have a couple of 8 and 6 teams, and then, you know, some 7 and 7 teams as well. You got 4 of each, with Gruslab already 7 and 8, have played their 15th match, which by default is what the rest of these teams will be playing tonight. That's where we're going to find ourselves in tonight's stream. A lot of great matches going on tonight. We're definitely going to keep an eye on Stargirls versus Killer Ducks tonight. Obviously, both 7 and 7. So one of them guaranteed to put an 8th win on the board. It's going to take at least 8 to make it into playoffs. Does it take 9? It remains to be seen. I mean, that would require all 4 of these teams at least putting up 1 dub over the next 2 games, which is entirely possible. Fortunately for these 7 and 7 teams, they do still have 2 games left to play, so that is not out of reach. The fight to get above 500 is what we're looking at here in the final week. 2 games left tonight and Wednesday. It's our first time getting Valiant on stream. Unfortunately, like we know, trying to rectify that. Obviously, you know, a lot of teams in NA expert. Excuses. Still, you know, we're rectifying our mistake. We're getting Valiant on in all their AI-generated logo glory. Don't use AI logos. There's so many good artists out there. There's so many good artists out there, Valiant. It's actually from Vivacity is the name of the org. Valiant is this team. They actually have, I was looking at their Twitter, they actually have quite a few teams playing in like open division and stuff. I believe they have 3 teams at least that I saw. Let's see, what we got wins over Ducks, win over Yuzu, which is another 7 and 7 team. Yeah, otherwise it looks like, honestly, I mean, not a super strong schedule here out of Valiant. They lost to Cafe, I saw. Lost to Cajun, I believe I saw in that as well. Oh, we are at top of the hour. Looks like an Oasis pick from Valiant. Looks to be getting picked here. Susky, 6 teams? Wow. I saw the roster reveals for this one and then 2 of the open division teams on Twitter. We did get that banned. Let's go look. I promise we can look at some Dhill Donkey strength of schedule. 7 and 7 here. 4 season in the league. I believe these were an expert as well. Lost to Crimsons. Oh, a loss to Cronus, where we did see Valiant beat Cronus. Lost to Red, Jurassic Cross on Cafe. Cafe is a 9 and 6 team as well. Yeah, all those are strong teams. Cross Souls 10 and 4. Cajuns 9 and 5. So that's a tough loss there. So they've lost to NCSU Red, and then lost to Helios, or Kronos, I mean, which is a 4 and 9 team. All right, let's get in map 1. Let's see, I do owe you a ban from the other side. So, let me go ahead and accept this friend request, because yes. Absolutely. How are the Voodoo Rangers? Oh, another one coming in. Let me go get this band. The entirety of Valiant sent me friend requests. They're like, wait, he accepted one. It was a hazard ban there from Dhill. Oh, my margins broke. You son of a bitch. Ooh, we got a wrecking ball in here from Valiant. Okay. Running the Lucio Curie alongside a Tracer Frick. What do we see on the other side? We got Chicken. Chicken who played for Amplify. Chicken was DPS player for Amplify before Phone came in, I believe. Yeah, and I do believe played Flex DPS in that time. I mean, what do I remember? This is, you know, back in Season 3, back before Amplify made it into OWCS. That was a great spear. First cap has been picked up by the Donkeys. Kasha under some trouble, though. Pressured out and doubled down. Runai and the Valiant strike back with a swiftness. Now have a low Orisa on the point. Some good cleanup. Oh, Voidwalkers is show as well. This team was in advanced last season and promoted. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, that's right. I forgot Voidwalkers was the same Vivacity org. Okay, good to know, good to know. Also, a team, Voidwalkers is another team I've been keeping an eye on. They're in that throng. You know, they're fighting. They're fighting for these precious spots. Oh, what an opener there from Chicken. Able to catch loot, trying to put in some initial poke damage, trying to work around those stairs. And this is just going to be a saunter onto the point there from the donkeys. Chicken up on the high ground. We'll get the flip. Sin from over the top. Oh, doesn't even get a shot off after the polo shot is landed. The Deadeye protected by the immortality, but once that goes down, Azalea able to find a kill. Oh! Trying to switch that back. Kuba ends up only getting themselves with that sound barrier. Just as Zaylacat was trying to switch step, rejoin in. Incredible spear lands from Waka Waka and just kind of falls apart. Might as well have been an Ajax on that. Sound barrier getting no value. Good minefield to kick things off. Luke is able to find and pick up, move in and pick up a low Damien Dap. Whoop. Of course, I moved to Luke's Pop and they blink into a wall. That was a Terror Surge invested alongside an Amplification Matrix, but donkeys are finding themselves without much to stand on. We got a flip here for the Valiant. You know what I was initially saying? Maybe Valiant just hasn't had the strongest schedule here, and of course, I mean no disrespect to that. You get what opponents you get. It's certainly not any faults to this squad. But I mean, so far so good. And honestly, looking at the Donkey's strength of schedule as well, I feel like this is a pretty even matchup. Mego 55-45. Woo! Mego 55-45 Valiant. Just on initial impression. I mean, that may be closer to a 51-49. Nice pile drive into the corner. Runa's got to be careful. It's able to kind of skirt out. Oh, here comes the rest of the team. Picking up to help control the flanks. Let's get some Sin Pop. We haven't gotten any Sin Pop yet tonight. Looking at 83% towards the ultimate. Able to updraft up. It's a couple shots into the freshly swapped Diva of Waka Waka, but they're able to hunt down the Wrecking Ball. +2 to the donkeys, and they're going to flip this. Back-to-back directs connecting there from Sin. Just sending a message. It's like, hey, I can hit these shots. Check out this minefield over the top. Sound barrier far better this time. He's going to hit multiple targets. Chicken does have a Deadeye in play. Will not get that onto the battlefield. Sin trying to chase off Waka Waka's Valiant moving to the high ground. Self-destruct down low to get back in mech. Frozen's able to pick up a kill out of Runai. A little bit of a 2v1 chase. Frozen fighting a low Azalea Cat. Nakasha moves in for the kill. 95-99. Some late picks coming. Now, looks like Donkeys got this one in the bag. A flip at 96. No one close. Round one goes the Dhill Donkeys. Man, it's 199. Yeah, I think these spots are going to be hard fought for. These last couple of available playoff spots. Neither team is going to go down easy in this one. A little quicker high ground positioning out of Donkeys. Valiant rotate down low. Luke waiting for the drop down. Oh, we're out with a mean energy jab. Finding a Kasha early. Yeah, it must have sent them off the side. Kasha drops the question marks in that one. Now chasing out a low Waka Waka. Has to fortify. Try to back up. Oh, no. He's going to go ahead and push forward. Does get the immortality field thrown over him, but they got speared out of it. Jab spun. Waka Waka taken for a ride there by Runai. Frozen and Luke currently dueling it out for Mega Control. Frozen's going to back up, wait for reinforcements. One of the benefits of the cast is, I mean, I think, ooh, we don't have outlines on. Sorry, I was doing Photoshop work earlier. One of the benefits of the cast is a little bit better flank control, a little bit better marking that tracer, more consistent tracer, tracer combatant, tracer duelist, as opposed to the Freya from Chicken here, of course. Ooh, that is a little low Kubo. Yeah, caught. Beautiful direct. Frozen's able to follow up on a kill on a Sin as well. That explosion damage, doing just enough inside that hallway. Forces out the recall. Frozen's got a blink. Plenty to work with. Plenty of reinforcements. Flip from the donkeys, but, 63% picked up here from Valiant. Ooh, it measures right in the face of Runai as they're approaching. We're getting a rotation from Waka Waka and Chicken investing in the Volo shot from over the top, but Runai hits the gold, hits the Terra Surge right at the front door. Waka Waka pulling off similar plan in the back. Might have overextended, though, to pick up that kill on the Sid. The entirety of Valiant converge, but it's Runai who falls. Good pick from Luke, is able to recall just in time to avoid the explosion damage, but Frozen and Chicken have already responded twofold. 2 fight wins in a row here from the Dhill Donkeys. They will back up and wait for those reinforcements. That was not a clean fight win. Spear interrupts the energy jab, which was going towards the Deadeye, but still it gets popped. We've got shield bashed by Damien Death there, if I saw that correctly. Runai moves on to the point, and Waka Waka already down. Oh, what a pulse! Frozen, though, finds Luke. Chicken is able to pick up one as well. Frozen kills him with another, and it's a headshot to finish off Kuba. Tankless! The Dhill Donkeys rise up and win another one. It's not very often, especially in the Orisa duel. Not just tankless, but in an Orisa matchup. Just how vital that first pick onto the tank is. So Waka Waka falling early, but Chicken and Frozen. Frozen with that pretty pulse bomb. Luke tried to match. Tried to chase down Akasha. Goes on to the point. Make sure they can initiate overtime. There's the OT. Tried to catch the pulse. Lands it. Beautiful. Is there anybody left to touch? No! The boop at the last second. I clipped away, but it was actually Damien Dapp who got the original boop. I should have gone to the Brigpov. Good hold there out of the Donkeys. Great back and forth. The Donkeys will take the opening map. My OWCS player, bro. All right, Valiant map pick. Where we going? Where we going? Kings. Okay, that also takes Flashpoint out of the picture. Kings is a far more traditional corner-to-corner style map. Not nearly as brawly. Akasha with that nice two-piece in there as well. Amidst that, there's a beautiful two-piece from Akasha. We do get a Ramatra Band in from the Valiant, and we are going to get a side swap. Show you some stats while I get that fix plugged in for you. I have put in a request to once again get my my premium back, so we're not getting ads. Because I know the ads can... It looks like it's okay right now. 19-2. There for Frozen. Hell of a round of the Tracer. Tank comparison, we're looking at, what, 13 and 5, 13 and 5. About 150 damage, 130 damage. Not even separating the two. I mean, darn close as far as the tanks go. Oh, that was a Sojourn ban. And from the donkeys here, so we get ready to head into map 2. Let's go to King's Row. How about a code? Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all being here, supporting Path to Pro Overwatch. Have a code, friends. This is Season 16 starter. That's good for 1,000 Overwatch coins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
Let me know if you're able to claim it, just so I know it has been claimed. Frozen just goes for an initial shot. Alright, sorry. I was pinning and fixing that. Apologies. Alright, let's lock in. Looking at an auto Juno backline. That immediately draws my attention, particularly with a D.Va up front now. That D.Va taking a lot of poke damage here initially, and it looks like Akasha had an immortality forced out up top. So not ideal. You can see about a 20-second cooldown on that immortality as Waka Waka is starting to push in. Sin's able to find Chicken with a couple of directs. Waka Waka's going to turn their attention to that on the high ground. Good nade. Purple's frozen. Good shots to boot. First attack from Donkey's falling a bit flat. Chicken will swap on to a Cassie here. Help deal with the Genji. Who is this Genji player? Did we get a? I think we got a. We did. Okay, interesting. So we got Big Warrior sub-ed in the tank role. And then, yeah, this is Almighty Asanta? Almighty Astana. We'll go with Alma. Anyway, both subs in here for map 2. Good shooting out of Sen. Claims a couple of kills here to clean up. After a big hold in Hotel. It's interesting to me the playstyles of choosing of hybrid versus teams that tend to choose a lot of Runasapi. Or, Runasapi, Saravasa, big open ground and pound maps. Good shooting there out of Chicken. Able to clean Alma off that top flank. Roll across, blade out from Frozen. Whoops, that is the wrong Digi. Woo! That's a deflect onto the bolo shot. Mid-blade and Frozen. Oh! Gets killed by a 13 health Cuba. Oh my goodness, still the cap is there. We got all that on stream, Alma. We got all that on Frozen. We got all that on stream, bud. That was spectacular. I don't care if you lost the duel to the auto. That was spectacular. Glad we got to your POV in time to at least catch it. I know, I wish I'd gotten there a second sooner, but at least we caught it. Now, defense will have their own blade coming back into this. Nano to boost. still a little bit to go on that. A window out of Akasha here to start things off. Just thrown on the cart. No, didn't even hit the cart. So just used to keep Big Warrior from pushing forward. There's the Nano Blade. Into the pub. Chicken gets cut in two. Damien Dap next to follow. Beautiful blade there out of Alma. Exactly where they wanted to go with it. Perfect dashes landing right on their target. Can't ask for much more than that out of your Nano Blade. Big Warrior rocking the Appa skin. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yep, yep. Waka Waka very on brand with the purple and gold Orisa here. Very on brand for donkeys. Or for just the Dhill org in general. We're gonna spear hit chicken out of the Deadeye. Sin was working around towards the alley for the flank. Leaps right back over the top to try to combo in with the Terra Surge. Beautiful purple lands from Kuba. Oh, about to get overwhelmed inside of there, though. End up inside the pub. It's a very low Big Warrior, able to find the spear and find a kill on a Waka Waka. Some tiny Overwatch on the stairwell. I'm honestly kind of proud for the camera I got in that. That was pure chaos. I don't think there was a better spot for me to have the camera through all that. What a spear! Akasha almost got sent into orbit. Okay, what's the plan here? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's the shots in the back. Once again, getting another good purple landing, but Frozen's got the blade. It's enough to cut through a set. It's not a big 3K, you know, flashy blade, but it's enough to keep this defense at bay. Kuba dodging a spear. Returns fire with the sleep dart. No other connect. I guess that's a bit of a redundant statement, but you get the point. Double support ultimate for the defense. Now just trying to hold this high ground. We have had the second point come and go. We're making our way into the forge with Sin catching Frozen with the bola shot. Ooh, some nice shots to finish off Chicken as well. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, now I want a helicopter perk. No jab spin to block this Deadeye. There's the Terror Surge instead. That is a skull on the Azalea Cat. They're able to get around the corner just in the nick of time. Bunch of ultimates going off, and everybody just kind of narrowly missing, it seemed like. That's going to be the blade now in. Alma goes forward. Got three with the last one. There's two already. There's another three-piece blade for Alma. Very crispy blades. Ooh, interesting. I don't know that I've seen a Hanzo in FACEIT League on this stream. Not in Season 5. I mean, not since Freya's been introduced, right? This is absolutely a first. Oh, what a sleep from Kuba! What? That was from Rage. Who's sniping who? Yeah, Big Warrior's in a bit of a difficult spot. They did have the fortified. Now I'll have Terror Surge ready in 5-4. Big purple. Oh, that's enormous. Sin and Kuba combine in a disgusting wombo combo to finish the round. Valiant closing up that defense in style. Wow. Oh, we're in the alley. Oh, no, we're out here. Okay. We actually did better than I thought. For backing out blind, I thought we did better than I thought. 21-2. They're Big Warrior leading in damage right now. My eyes, we're definitely on Kuba for that one, though. Yep, 15-2 is 18 assists. Woo! That's an Ana doing him dirty. Frozen on the high ground, pulls out the Freya. It's Chicken moving back into that Flex DPS role. So we are going to get a little bit of a swap there. We kind of talked about how Chicken played Flex DPS for Amplify. Okay. So Freya Brig swapping a bit of Brig Juno here to back up Big Warrior. Alma returns into that Genji. Does not have the Ana to back him up this time. We'll see if the blades are equally as crispy. Both Genjis kind of retreat to their respective health packs. Alma with an important high ground position and has a low Frozen. Frozen is going to slowly get topped up, but back on the front line. Waka Waka ends up dead somewhere around statue. This forced the two supports just to move in, try to find a trade. Just DPS left in its defense. Oh, I mean, hey! Akasha returns to find one. Chicken's able to trade one. It's not going to be enough to win the fight. At least makes it interesting. Unfortunately, those late staggers, if they hadn't gotten killed, if Akasha was able to stay alive, might have had a recontest. But Akasha dying late, no chance. Oh yeah, you bet I'm still streaming. We had to take a little break to get set up for this match, but we're here. All right, we made a little bit of progress. We got our orange name and drives. Oh, good raid. Alma goes up to catch Chicken off on the flank. Chicken jumps back down in a dangerous spot. Gets hit by Sin's bolo shot. Lucky to make it out of that one at one piece. Not sure Waka Waka is going to have the same success, though. Immortality field used, and I spoke too soon. Akasha, as well as Damien Dapp, doing a spectacular job of keeping Waka alive and through a very hairy situation. Good counterpunch here. Trying to get the amplification matrix down, but it's in such short range, it doesn't pose that big of a threat. Oh my god. Zelly Cat lucky to get that orbital onto the battlefield. Immediately died. Surprised they didn't jax that one. I mean, granted, it's a very tight casting window there for Orbital Ray, but that looked pretty immediate to me. Chicken going up into the duel with Alma both. Either have Blade or will shortly. There's a beautiful dash off of the... Oh! Okay, that was a bolt, I believe, that got passed back and forth several times that eventually got directed into Sin. Neither going to use Blade. I spoke too soon. Chicken's going to chase him into the spot. What are you doing, Chicken? That was a Blade. Betting the house on Dhill donkeys? I mean, you know, so far so good on this defense. Let's get back inside the house. Getting a little up close and personal, and things could get messy. Terra Surge available. Both Orisas know that could be good. That this little tight quarters is going to make for a mean ultimate. They both unleash. It's Alma dashing through, blade in hand. Waka Waka has picked up a couple kills. 3 kills for Waka Waka? Wait a minute. Alma's just going to sneak as much percentage as they can. Was Waka Waka able to escape in one piece? Oh, yeah, they still have Frozen here. What a wild map. I've kind of missed Kings Row. I gotta say, I've kind of missed some Kings. Couple good shots out of Sen. Big push forward. Supported by an Ant Matrix, and Big Warrior just gets destroyed. I think the defensive image. Oh, Akasha gets 2. We gotta get some more Kashapov. All right, I'm giving you Kashapov next Amp Matrix. It's the second double kill we've seen Nakasha pull out tonight. Second 2Ps, like back to back. Last one ended up being super important there in that Jill Donkey's fight win on University. Looking for this overlay to come out pretty much immediately. Let's see this. Sin setting up. Jab spade to escort the Deadeye into position. Deflect out. Almost going to make it around the corner. Chicken's giving chase onto that corner. Sin's going to unleash with that. Bullet shot lands right onto the Orisa. Looking for some squishies on the back line, but can't quite find him. Chicken is backing away from that duel. Both Genji's looking to return to the fight. Chicken has managed to build up a faster blade, but here comes an orbital ray right over the top. Chicken's trying to dive back in, but it's a 3v5 here for Valiant. Chicken will only find one. We're going to be marching into the foundry here direct. I mean, unless Waka Waka gets another 3-piece. Not happening this time. Headed into the foundry. Promise you a Kashapal in the next Amp Matrix. High ground positioning. Good little double healing going into Waka Waka. They can play very aggressively wide on that angle. The Matrix has now faded. Looking for a counter punch. Bola shot. Will not connect square, but you will force the supports back. Kasha hits the shot. Gets back up to the high ground for the headshot. Almost got the blade. Will drive them off the high ground. Terror Search is trying to pull everybody into the combo. Frozen just gets hit with the slam down damage. Waka Waka's in trouble. Trying to back away. It's swarmed. Rally is in play, but it's a last-ditch effort. Damien Depp barely gets the touch. 2.5 meters to go. 4 players alive, and nobody can quite make it to the point. The touch is late. They were towing the line and just ended up limit testing it a little too far.
Play of the game.
We're all tied up after 2. Let me shut down Overwatch real quick. We still have a code up. Did anybody redeem the code? I'm not unpinning the code unless I get confirmation that it has been redeemed and is not working. I'm going to leave that code up. Otherwise, I got more codes to post. Gotta get this one cleared first, though. I got more codes to get out for you. Just Overwatch coins on the table. That one's a starter pack. That's 1,000 Overwatch coins on the table. Yeah, KX is really strong on more enclosed map. Cass is also very durable. We have a May ban, by the way, and from Donkeys. I didn't see what side they were starting on. I think it's swapped. Cass is also very durable against the Freya. So Cass ends up being a really good choice, like very survivable against the Freya, has a little extra hit points, also has the combat roll to negate, an ADS take aim shot, and is, I think, a little bit better against flankers. So we often see, Freya Tracer or something like that, even Soj Tracer, Soj Genji. I think the Cass is a little bit better against the Tracer Genji in that scenario. Obviously can get outranged. The problem with the Cass is can get outranged, which is why you're seeing Nilio specify in closer quarters maps. Excuse me. Because in enclosed maps, then you're less likely to get outranged by a Freya or a Soj, essentially. You don't see a whole lot of Asher. I honestly probably see more Widowmaker than Asher Hanzo these days. The code was already claimed. Thank you, Carbez. All right. I appreciate the update. Yeah, see, this is where it's doubled down, so y'all can't... Can I close? Yeah, see, even if I close it, y'all can't see the stats. And like, I'm as far down on the window as I can get. I can tell you Akasha was 13-4. They're on the BAP. Did 5,600 damage dealt. Has the most damage of any of the support players there on that Baptiste. The Waka Waka 13-5 with 9k damage, just a little bit under. Oh, that was map 1. I'm sorry. Waka Waka 17-7 at 13, nearly 14k damage. Quite a bit actually under Big Warrior, subbing in there for map 2. Sen also with more damage on that one. So let me back up because Akasha actually with 8,000 damage, far more than I initially said. 8,000 damage, 14-7 there for Akasha on the Baptiste. So, I mean, putting in the damage side of things. Also led in healing. Not taken away. So, you know, all that damage output still leads. It's still golden healing as well. As you love to see it. You love to see it. All right, we're getting very tail end. I was about to say, it looked like they were kind of stalling a bit on these lineups. We'll see if we get any more swaps. Heading into Circuit Royale. It is Big Warrior and Alma Arbo staying in here for Valiant. I see no swaps from donkeys. Let's see. It is donkeys on the right-hand side, so I was mistaken. It is going to be Valiant on the attack. The Baptiste band was from donkeys, and the May band from the other side. Let's get into Circuit. I'll get that set for you. Show me some Overwatch. Everything should line up now. There we go. Look at that. We're locked in. We're back on track. Oh, Kittens did forfeit out. Okay, good to know. Would that have affected... I don't know if that would have affected any of those matches at this point or not. All right, anyway. We can figure that out later. Let's focus in on this Ramatra comp coming in from the donkeys. We'll have Akasha playing the Yari here alongside Damian Dapp's Juno. So Damian Dapp, you know, had been playing main support. Was going to kind of flex into the Juno here for this double flex support look. Frozen staying there in flex DPS. And then, yeah, Hudson coming in. Finding first blood. Takes Alma out of the fight immediately. So I think I kind of started to say earlier and didn't finish my thought, but we saw Chicken start in the Freya, but ends up moving kind of the flex DPS role, kind of swapping over halfway through that map. And then we get the sub in. I don't know if I finished my thought or not, but there you go. Alma comes over the rooftop. Hey, I'm back, I'm back. Big Warriors gets in deep and able to pick up that kill onto Akasha. Oh, that's a couple of direct bowls landed, and Nate has to be used defensively, both onto Alma and Big Warrior. But it works out. They're able to stay alive, throw it long enough, and then they take their turn, move forward, and make good on it. Really good job out of the back line. Really good positioning on a Big Warrior and Alma just kind of huddling up. Does not look like we're going to get a recontest. There's going to... Donkeys will just relinquish cap on the first point. Hedge their bets on holding the chicane. That was a defensive bolo shot from Hudson, picking up 2. Dropping down from the high ground right onto the cart. Found Senna and Kubo with that. Kosh able to survive through this time. Bushels is... Last I saw, Bushels is the most important thing. I think it's actually Bushels, then map score, and then head-to-head. I believe head-to-head is actually the least important of the bunch. Because we have seen teams who have won the head-to-head end up ranked below the team with the same record. But I believe it's Bushels, map score, then head-to-head. I could be wrong on that. I know that's how it was in the past. It's how if it's did that carry over to season 5. Orbital ray up from the defense. Oh, an enormous Captive Sun's gonna hit 3. The orbital has been invested from Azalea Cap, but Kasha is able to find the kill through it. Nice move into the back line, but it will put Akasha into a bad spot, said Reese. Damien Depp, the only one left. There's the cleanup. It's Bushel's head-to-head then map score. I know Bushel's is the most important. It's just whether head-to-head or map score is on top of each other. Because I know that was a little debated. It's actually... Oh, we'll pull it out the blade first, but we'll check on Froze's defensive blade. Able to find 3. Got the immediate dash through on Kuba before going back and picking up Sin and Azalea Cat. Beautiful blade out of Frozen. Now Big Word and Alma just kind of stuck in an awkward spot here in the hotel. Oh, Waka Waka. I was thinking about the drop down. Dropped it immediately, pulled back. He was trying to see if they would bait Big Warrior back down, but Big Warrior just closed the gap. He's able to run right up to some squishies. Waka Waka does eventually gets behind him and forces some peel with the Annihilation, but it doesn't last long. Big Warrior has plenty of damage and sustain and spades. Cover the front line and the back. Very economical push. I mean, it felt like Big Warrior just hit W and ran over the squad, closed the distance. They're going to Captive Sun here and try to see if they can stop this cart. Has to settle for just a single dot landing there onto the Soj, but Sin's able to survive. Good Vortex from Big Warrior. Means Waka Waka cannot just pursue that. Too dangerous. Oh, the big purple is going to be the end of this. Eventually whittled down. Not able to make it out of the choke. Bushels is a score based on your strength of schedule. And so, if you're a 9-5 team, but you had to play a lot of top 8 opponents, and you're compared to another 9-5 team who only played one top 8 opponent, the team who played more top 8 opponents will have a stronger Bushel score, particularly if they took maps. I think that it really comes into effect if you take maps off of higher teams, but that's where that's where it differs. It varies depending on the platform. Had some of the beautiful bolo shot. Valiant were trying to, worked up towards pool and just end up in that tiny little sidewalk on the outside of the hotel. Hudson taking some back shots there. Don't make it weird. Just a tab with the tier 1. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You too can get rid of ads. A handy dandy sub. No, thank you so much. That is genuinely enormous. Genuinely enormous. And as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of them. And each one means so much. Helps so much. Alright, able to close the gap. And this is... when they can close the gap like this, when Valiant have found the success. What did I hear? An overclock from Sid? Is that what I heard? They're at the front line? Waka Waka just pops the Annihilation, trying to back away. Actually results in trades. Akasha at a 2v3, drops the Captive Sun, hits one with it, trying to top up Hudson. Hudson's dancing around Big Warrior on this point. Now the pylon will get Hudson out. Big Warrior kind of gives up on the ring around the rose. He just waits for reinforcements. Hudson's able to pick up a kill while disengaging, finding Azalea Cat along the way. Oh, it was a nasty deflect. Pick up a Kasha, but I don't think Big Warrior's getting out of this one at one pace. Donkey's, ooh, push forward. You get Big Warrior's annihilation. Oh, but Hudson with the crucial pick. Finds Alma through all of the light show going on, through all the particles and... Micah, let me watch my tier 3 Overwatch in peace. Oh. Alright. Alma with Blade. Ooh, Waka Waka finds Kuma with a Vortex? That's not a good start. Alma need to get at least one more, I think, here to really solidify this. Cautious low. Sin's going to deliver. Sin and Azalea Cat both low on the point. Waka Waka goes down. Frozen returning on a Tracer, though. Stalled in this point. Buying time for reinforcements. Eventually forced back down hallway, but does survive. Ooh, remove, returns with the pulse. Looks like Big Warrior able to block a lot of that, but Alma took some of that damage. And the sports aren't here. Nade used defensively. We'll get Alma top back up. Kuba does have a Nano Beast ready to go. Throws it onto Alma immediately. Dashes through Akasha. Trying to lock down the Juno, but there's an orbital ray in play. Hudson still gets taken down, despite the healing from space. But Frozen trades it back out, and this fight is still messy. A 1 Alma is going to drop their deflect, but gets shot in the back by Frozen. And there's just not enough reinforcements remaining.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Oh, just a tad gifted a sub to Pinecone. Thank you so much for the gifty. Now neither of you have to deal with those dumb ads. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I very much appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go to the Yari for this defense. No more Ana here. Pretty darn close in stats. Alma getting picked off more than usual. As was Kuba. Kuba is struggling to stay alive on the Ana. Might be one of the reasons we're seeing the change. Honestly, the Yari feels kind of set here for the circuit defense, but was struggling to survive more than previously. At least for that attack from Valiant. Gosh, we'll once again go into... Oh, by the way, I have your band swap, don't I? I completely have your band swap. Yeah, I 100% have the band swap. Alright, we're just watching the caution pop off back here. Hey, Leo. Looks like I left it on a good pop. Ooh, okay. If you can get the angles, Widowmail can be just incredibly powerful. Alma kind of escorting it in, as well, going over to this Soj. So kind of led the charge. And the swing forces everybody back. Now Sin looking to set up. Gosh, I'm peeking in and out. A risky game, a dangerous game for the Yari. Well, that shot landed on a Stadium. We did get Hudson landing a couple of take aims, but the attack kind of stalled out here for a moment. Alma barely getting the better end of that duel with Frozen. I think Frozen tried to push in. That would be my guess, although I didn't see it happen. Let's go back to an overhead. The Yari getting chased down. There's the jump up top. Big Warrior will find it. Almost there as well, but looked like a pretty good Vortex. All right, so you might have been able to kind of collapse on the Big Warrior, but you still have both high damage output DPS controlling these sight lines. We almost got this team in... Oh, well, I guess not really. I see we almost got them in order. I guess that's only if you're counting the Yari as a DPS. Hudson fights too. Bolo shot lands on Azalea Cat and gets Alma as well. Wow, that was a high flying bolt. I thought that first one connected, honestly. Kuba tried to respond, but does not find the same value there with the Captive Sun. Gonna be a late stagger pick on the Yari. The Juno is trying to back away. Frozen looking to even capitalize on this. Nobody else got spawns up here. This is just a pair of free kills. Frozen will pull the blade to make sure they can secure it. We had Junior and the Unchanged coming through with follows. I appreciate y'all. Cautious, I almost said EMP, because it sounds like, well, he already says EMP. Captive Sun. Frozen finds that as an opening pick, but here comes the Orbital alongside a OC. Where's that OC at? It was just like right in the thick of anything. You're standing right in the middle of the Orbital Ray. Good with some good cleanup. Still pretty fast point A pickup means that donkeys have tons of time left in the bank. We're looking at just under 3 minutes here. Akasha goes off the Ayari onto a brig. It's all about closing the gap, I feel. We have had, Sin did swap off that Widowmaker after dropping point A, by the way, so into the fray of Soj. Not quite as vulnerable close up and personal, which is still where donkeys want to be, but Big Warrior's going to drop the Annihilation. That makes up a close and personal a very dangerous endeavor indeed. Completely split the donkeys in half. Beautiful Annihilation. Good hold. Trying to hit the Soj. We'll trade. Hangs out on top of the sign just a little bit too long, and Sin's able to find the response. Waka Waka pushing up to the top of the hill, pops the Annihilation. Frozen is able to move in and pick up a couple of kills as well. Click back in onto the Tracers. Frozen picks up a 3-piece. And with Bach 20 remaining, we're starting to make our way inside the hotel, or at least close to it. We're going to get a recontest, I think, here. Yep, there's the speed ring. Oh, yeah. Plenty of time, actually. Captive Sun in from the defense into the Orbital. Suzu to clean off the sunspot. And Waka Waka just looking no worse for wear. Had the beam completely topping him off on health. Nice! Vortex catches Sin. The Nemesis form finish him off there with the pummels. Ends up eating a couple shots in the back. Big W kind of also moved past to punch down some squishies. Kosh is able to swift step out just as reinforcements start to show up there for Valiant. Frozen manages to stay kind of lodged underneath the defense. An important flank. Meanwhile, almost putting all shots at this OC, not to mention the Orbital, the Annihilation, everything being tossed in. Kitsune Rush in response. Hudson's already down. We're going to have to get touched. I think the Tracer's going to come in and get the touch. Does. With the Nemesis form, Big Warrior finds the Adept in the back line. Waka Waka, unfortunately, gets nothing with theirs. Donkeys falling short here on point B. On their own map pick as well. Valiant hold on, take the 2-1 lead in the series.
Play of the game.
Okay, Runasapi. I was kind of talking about the difference of, it feels like different styles of teams that play more traditional hybrid escort, and then play, maps like Saravasa and Runasapi tend to favor a little more fast paced, a little bit more. Deathmatch is not the right word, but a lot more movement. Let's go, LA Valiant. It's close, Payne. It's close. Oh, we are gonna get a side swap here. I'll go and get the donkeys over. Get over there, donkeys. Juno Bat. Give me some stats there from map 3. This time it just cut off Waka Waka. Waka Waka 31 and 10 with 16.2k damage. They're on Circuit Royale. Compared to the 33 and 7 and 18.6k. They're at a big warrior. DPS lines so extremely close. 100 damage separating both of our DPS. That's wild. Such a close map. And particularly on paper. Now, you do look... yeah, there's, I guess, a handful more... A couple more. Not even a handful. A couple of more losses. Maybe one more team fight win for donkeys, but I mean, it's not enough. Let's see. He said we had a Juno ban in from donkeys. We have a Tracer ban in from Valiant. Big shout out to Overwatch Esports and big shout out y'all for being here. Let's get into Runasapi. Azalea Cat, thank you for the follow.
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two,
get you where you need to go.
Enemy forward spawn room deactivated.
Oh, shit. Wow. Well, I bet that was a quiet map then, huh? Oh, well. Sorry about that. And it was some of the best casting I've ever done. Trust me. Just gonna have to trust me. Yeah, no, it had to have been a while ago. I like sneezed and muted to sneeze. And then just forgot to admit. Pro streamer. Pro streamer right here. Alright, let's get him at 5.
Ready for battle.
By the way, I like the Tim has aura. Alma Tim has aura. As opposed to Alma Tyas Tana. Alma Tim has aura. Alright, we're keeping Hudson and Bakura are staying in. Here for donkeys.
3, 2, 1.
We get ready for Zurabasa. Oh yeah, it's not the first time that's happened, but it won't be the last. Unfortunately. Especially on Mondays. I tend to make mistakes on Mondays. I don't know what it is. Early pressure. Ooh, Core overextends to try to follow up on a low junior there. And, I mean, Big Warrior was also below half health. But I think Bakura was fortunate to get out of that one. Makes it up the stairs. Once again, I think a testament to that Donkey's backline. Ooh, there goes McCord with another aggressive push. Once again, trying to hunt down Junior. I owe you bans, don't I? Did we get the second ban in? Let's see. We got the break ban in, but it's a ball ban, actually, from Donkeys. Let me fix that for you. It was a little awkward. I mean, it happens. It's whatever. So after first fight win does actually go to Valiant. Sin trying to play at range here from Hudson. Oh, Bakura very low. Yeah, I got caught on that corner with the rest of the team trying to push your main. Ends up being an awkward split there out of Donkeys. What was that pulse bomb? That was wild. It's just made it look like that pulse bomb flew backwards. I bet it was a little awkward. No, that is Battle.net. Overwatch codes are always Battle.net. Oh, good Deadeye. Finds Kubo, who's holding Sound Barrier, by the way. And at 99%, ends up being an enormous play out of Hudson. They do end up falling in a downpour coming in from Big Warriors. Damien Dapp decides to go ahead and throw in their barrier. Thought they needed the beat to win that one out. I don't know if I agree with that, but they do secure the fight and get some late picks. I mean, not that all Overwatch codes are in BNet, but like the ones that are given out by Blizzard are always BNet's codes. And these are from the Overwatch esports group. Gosh, with the continuing rush on this point, it's going to be a 99-99 fight to determine this first cap. And that extra sound barrier out of Kuba looks to be the difference maker. Terra Surge, Kitsune Rush. Well, have at least resulted in trades. Damien Dapp able to find one outside. Well, we got a bit of a 2v2 battle going on. Oh, and Sid's late on the drop down. Actually gets the kill onto Frozen, but is late to get onto the point. And Donkeys will take an opening flashpoint 1-0 here on Suravasa in map 5. Now, I think one of the things that I was talking about that is important, though I was muted. Donkeys looking to claim that precious 9th win here on the back of this map. And 9 wins definitely put you in contention for postseason. Well, Donkeys have to win out both this series and the next. So high stakes on the line for this last map of the series. Going into Suravasa. So something I had mentioned before that is important to remember. I want to make sure that got reiterated. Transfer duel on the outside. Big Warrior pushing it a little bit, trying to get within striking range of the back line. Actually used a jagged wall to isolate some healing. Oh, no fortify. And Suzu is late to save a core from the pulse bomb. Well played. Good focus fire comes in. And they're going to get Valiant with opening pair of kills. And a quick flip on what was a first cap from Donkeys. Sometimes I am just like taking a sip of my tea, all right? Solo casting can't take a lot out of you, Sometimes I'm just taking a sip of my tea, taking a breath for a moment. Look at Speedy Deadeye from the Kitsune Rush. Good disengage, but Luke still does not find safety. Beautiful pair of headshots. Pick up Koopa. And despite being a little bit more of a zoning Kitsune Rush than anything else, it still results in a clean fight win. 0 casualties there from the Donkeys as they reclaim control. There's like 3 map 5s going on right now? Wow. All right, we're checking out the OC. Oh, important Suzu. That one perfectly timed out of Akasha. Luke does fall. A lot riding on this overclock. Downpour, throw it in for Big Warrior. No, nothing there. Perfect sound barrier out of Damien Dapp. Is that enough for the flashpoint? This might just be a 2-0 lead. Keep an eye on Luke. Luke able to get a touch. Frozen's going to chase them away. Yeah, we're not going to get a touch here.
Next, flashpoint garden.
A good spawn for Valiant. A palace spawn would have been disastrous. Once again, we're seeing the sound barriers offset here from these teams. Curious if Donkey's trying to invest in this fight. I mean, Bakura just rocketing forward there, the back of that jab spin. Little Mach 6 with the jab spin. Oh, now in a nasty spot. Just taking fire from all angles. Susan's thrown in, but Bakura doesn't survive that. Or pops a Terror Surge. The Terror Surge, I guess, gives you first cap. But the OC sound barrier combo is more than enough to win out this fight. We're looking at dueling Kitsune rushes, dueling pulse bombs. The Deadeye out of Hudson. Hudson's actually had some good success with these Deadeye so far today, but this one looking a little dangerous. Kitsune rush right in the face of Hudson. And we just end up on the dying side of the Pops on that one. Big rush out, an important fight win. Oh, exit picks would have been clutch there. Frozen trying to push up towards stair side, but gets marked. Ooh, recalled into a bad spot, did not. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't blink up top. Just throws out a pulse, kind of cover the window. Zoning pulse, zoning rush thrown onto the point. Terrorsurge just pulls in Bakura. Luke's trying to threaten from the outside, but also whiffs on their pulse. Storm War, or Big War, excuse me, ends up eating just an enormous amount of damage. And Hudson finds 3 picks, 4 picks for Hudson. Look for the Lucio. Oh, would have had it too. Would have had it too. Nice 4 pace. 35% on the board and counting there for Donkeys. One last chance for Valiant. They need perfect in this fight. Deadeye's gonna fight Junior immediately. Oh no! That is not what you wanted to see happen. Sin's at least able to pop an OC, but now you're fighting into a sound barrier. Kuba is close to theirs. Needs to survive for just a little bit longer as Donkey's turn the corner. The sound barrier is in. Here comes the counter punch. Big Warrior starts to push forward. Luke is down. So Kitsune rush onto the point there from Donkeys. But I don't see a whole lot of reinforcements left. Looks like just 2 supports here. Kuba's actually able to get a kill onto not just Damien, but Frozen as well. Don't ask these questions. Junior does make that carry swap a little down the line, so, you know, it makes a little more sense. Not have, nothing I'm saying makes sense. Timo Pix, thank you for the follow. Anyway, it makes more sense not having Azalea in. It's not just 100% of the Judo, right? Concerning Rush used, this one, a bit defensively, kind of keep Big Warrior topped up for now. Oh, let's check in with Luke. As Luke was able to find a little bit of entrance. Off screen, Hudson goes down. McCord throws a Terror Surge on the point. Able to find both supports with that. Sin does get sent flying, bouncing off the wall. And Damien falls to the Terror Surge. There's a 3v1 left on the point. Bakura, excuse me, it was a 3v2. With Bakura finding both of those. Timo says, please Valiant win, my heart can't take it. Sliding from Sin. An aggressive push to try to take this high ground away from Hudson. You can't let Hudson just free fire from up here. Oh, they give up on that. Hudson's just now going to rotate in from trying to find a very low Big Warrior. 63% on the board. Big Warrior cannot die. Does not. Sin turns that corner. Is now marked Hudson. Fortunate to survive. One last attempt here. 91 towards the sound barrier. Kuba is so close. Sin has the OC. Sound barrier in from Damien Dapp here to start. Cautious going to throw down the amplification matrix. Has been lights out with him all day long. Gets chased out from behind this one. Kuba doesn't get the sound barrier into this fight. Sin, I mean, just fighting in a mess of a blender up top. Finds Damien Dapp jumping over the wall. Luke is able to find a kill on a Bagora and Frozen. Valiant keeping you all on the edge of your seats as they win a 99-0 fight to reclaim Palace. The right side push rarely is right side push. Out of Donkeys, trying to move back onto this point. Got a low Bakura. Look, try to move in. Does have the pulse that when he is, but gets chased off. Good play by Frozen. Able to keep Bakura alive through that. If that pulse lands in that moment, I don't think that's happening. Sin picks up one. Junior's got an Ant Matrix into this. We need a final fight, either for the map or we're moving to a fifth and final flashpoint. One or the other. Junior leads a beautiful shot on the Frozen. This will be Valiant forcing our fifth and final flashpoint. We're headed to Temple to decide the series, perhaps the fate of both of these teams in Season 5.
Next flashpoint, Temple.
Bit of a fight in transit. Valiant with a stronger positioning. Are going to be able to take defenders' advantage. This is going to force Hudson and the rest of Donkeys. Yeah, make a tough decision. It's going to be a coastline approach. Dead Knight in the pocket. Oh, 1, 2, land. Junior has to back out and duck away. Leaving the corner vulnerable for a moment. Big Warrior's going to pop the Fortify, but here comes the Terror Surge from the other direction. Hudson not able to find... Ooh, actually does. Does just enough damage for the kill to come through from Akash onto the Eraser. Now the M-Matrix starting into play, but Kuba has got a sound barrier there. Damien Dapp is holding on to theirs. Is going to go ahead and launch that beat in. Try to let it ring out, but it's Junior. Junior coming up with the kills. I don't know if Frozen just didn't get it. Finally, a first cap comes through. Sin is going to respond. Gets Damien Dapp with the OC. Jumps in. This has just been wild back and forth. Valiant will eventually grab first cap here in an incredible first fight. Junior holding onto their Ant Matrix through that chaotic first fight for this point. Donkeys did grab a little bit of percentage early. Kind of split from Big Warrior. Drops the Ant Matrix. Did eat some shots, but now just keeping eyes turned. Hudson pops loot. Never really kind of got healed up. I don't think got the health off of the recall. Rolling in after the Ant Matrix's fade. Deadeye out of the point. 4 skulls potential. Everybody's able to find cover. The core just right in the face of Big Warrior. Big Warrior is so close to that ultimate. The core is able to pick up a kill, and Big Warrior falls, running into a 1v4 in the back line. This is going to be a flip. Donkeys are going to be right back in control. One last fight for the series. One where we're going to have a sound barrier from Damien Depp, but Kuba's still a little bit away. Sin still needs to build up towards this overclock as well. So, but Valiant do have some time to work with. I don't think you're getting 2 fights out of this either way. So, you know, play it slow for Valiant. Try to build up towards those 2 ultimates. See what they can do. Little pressure from Luke. Rotation towards Coast. There from Big Warrior and the rest of the team. Luke underneath McCory gets sandwiched in between. Akasha's going to throw it on the Ant Matrix. Sound barrier in. It's all 4, but there's no tank left on this point. Big Warrior Terror Surge drew in Damien Depp, and there's some damage, but not enough. Sound barrier now in response, and Sin's able to pick up a kill. Hudson goes down. Sin with sight set. Damien Depp is the next to fall, throwing themselves on the point. Valiant completely swing back Suravasa. We got a late touch in from Bakura, but an OC out of Sin is whittling away at that mech, whittling away at the hopes of the Donkeys in Season 5.
Cybernetics regulating.
Oh, and Hudson with the last second bail. Oh, did we get the double boop? That's the double boop. There it is. You asked how did they get a double boop? There it is. There it is. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I would give Sin player of the match on that one as well. Let's go check some stats. Now that map is officially done, we should have some stats we can go look at. Yeah, that's a tough loss. That's a tough loss. Donkeys really needed to win out. They really needed to win out. I think that's going to mathematically put them out. I think you're going to have 9 wins. I think 9 wins is the minimum. I think 9 wins is the minimum. Akasha and Big Warrior both appreciate both you following. I think I already mentioned Big Warrior, but still. I'd rather say thank you twice. Yeah, the rage quit. This is my bad. You were just a split second too early, bud. You were a split second too early. Victory screen hadn't quite popped up yet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. GG's. GG's. Yeah, tough. A tough one for Donkeys. A tough one for Donkeys. I do believe. Let's go ahead and refresh our standings. Okay, so Ultimention dropping theirs. Oh, and Athena dropped theirs as well. Valiant move up to 9 wins. Voidwalkers move up to 9 wins. Still potential for 8 wins to be enough to get you in. There is the potential for, you know, some teams to lose, you know, to go 9-7, and for Ultimention and Athena to catch up in that 9-7. It would take Ultimention, Athena, and Stargirls all winning their next match, though. Stargirls taking on Hamsters, very winnable. Ultimention taking on Grustlab, very winnable. Athena, who's Athena playing? Athena plays Overworked, also very winnable. Oh, we're going to have a very interesting situation come Wednesday. Nothing is set in stone, y'all.